Hello, my darlings. I hope you're having a beautiful, magical, wonderful, divine day wherever you are in the world today. If you are new here, hi, hello. My name is Emily, the Lupine Witch of Dark Ether Transcendence. If you've been following me for some time, welcome back. How are y'all feeling after your 4th of July celebration stuff? I hope you guys were safe out there, whatever it is that you did. I just chilled out at my house. I didn't really go anywhere. Did a little running yesterday. Went to Michael's. Okay, before we get into the read, went to Michael's. They've already got some of their Halloween stuff up. Oh my God, guys. Ugh. If you are a Halloween fanatic like me, okay, you get the excitement. They've already got some of their stuff up. I've already got my eye on some things that I want. And they have an entire Halloween village. I don't know if you guys know anything about those, like the Christmas villages and stuff. I have a whole Christmas village, by the way, that I put up every year, but I've always wanted a Halloween village, and they have their whole thing set up. Oh, so excited. So excited. Ugh. Already popping out money, man. Take my money. Take my money for the Halloween stuff, man. No shame at all. Obviously, I'm super into the spooky season naturally. So if you've been looking for some stuff, if you have a Michael's in your area, hop on over there. Okay. But with that said, we're going to jump into the read here. We're going to see what Spirit needs to say. Kind of beginning of the week message here for you if you were seeing this on my YouTube. Okay. My beautiful YouTube community. Thank you for being here. Oh, we already got a card that done flipped out, y'all. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. And if you feel called to a personal reading with me, hop on over to my website. Link is down below in the description box and shoot me an email. I would love to work with you. I am fully free right now, so take advantage of that, y'all. Things may get busy, so hop on over, shoot me an email, get your reading booked before I start to get super busy, okay? First card we have here is Perception Upright. Oh, there is definitely, I literally just did a video on my Patreon, and if you guys are interested in joining my Patreon, link will be in the description box down below for that too. But I literally just recorded a video for my Patreon with my other deck here. And this message came out, okay, about changing your perception. You are growing, you are raising your consciousness, you are working on letting go, of course, you're working on letting go of ways of thinking, being, creating a reality that no longer work, okay? 7 of Fire reversed, really being called to tap into your intuition at this time. You may have some people around you kind of beginning of this week that may try to, I don't see any of this coming from a malicious place, but they may try to like give their advice that hasn't been asked for, and you realize that this advice doesn't resonate with you. That's okay, man. You can hear them out, but that doesn't mean you have to take that advice or listen to those opinions. Okay, this is really about you tapping into your intuition at this time. What do you need for you? Okay, it's all about you settling into your gifts is what I'm hearing. I'm looking at the cards down here, by the way. Settling into your own gifts, settling into your own heart. Ooh, interesting. Okay. 5 of Water upright. Some of you guys are really going through some stuff, or maybe going through some stuff beginning of this week, and that's understandable. We do have a couple of planets that are retrograde right now, so there is stuff coming up, that's why I'm not shocked that we have the Perception card upright, okay? Some of these things are maybe triggering you or will trigger you beginning of this week. And Spirit is saying it's okay to feel into this, okay? You need to feel to heal. Don't shove it down, but don't get stuck there in the yuck. I'm literally seeing like mud and Spirit is like showing me this like being who's standing in the mud, and they're like fighting the mud. But if they were to just like calm down and accept like, okay, I'm in the mud, this is how it's making me feel, they'd be able to get out of the mud sooner. Don't get stuck in the yuck, okay? Like, be the observer is what I'm hearing. Allow your emotions to flow and know that you are provided for. You are loved, no matter what is coming up, no matter what the triggers are, no matter what is gonna, what goes on kind of beginning of this week, okay? You are so loved and you are so supported in every single way, okay? 2 of Air upright. Yes, once again, this message here, changing your perception. Not everything is black and white, right? Like, we realize the world that we have been living in, it's always this versus that, right? Left versus right, white versus black, this religion versus this religion, but that's not true, right? That's all division. There are shades of gray throughout everything, okay? It's all one thing, and you're being shown this higher perception to allow, there's like a download you're going to be getting at the beginning of this week, okay? I'm hearing between now and like Tuesday evening, okay? This download of once again realizing there are shades of gray, and choosing to be in the shades of gray is where your alignment lies, okay? And I actually have had this happen before where I've always kind of been a shades of gray person, if not like, oh, the movie, you know, nothing like that, you know, but like the in-between of like, I've always been able to see both sides to everything. And I've actually had people in my life be like, oh, that makes you a narcissist. That makes you don't have a heart. You don't have a conscience, because I'm able to see all perspectives. And I used to take that like, oh, maybe I am, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm supposed to choose a side, but no, okay? So if you also have this happen, like, once again, this trigger here that might come up, like you may have some kind of interaction that's going to make you try to like, this person may make you doubt yourself. Okay, that message again here, like the unwanted advice or whatever, there's a connection here, okay? That brings up some stuff of like, am I wrong? Am I wrong for like not choosing a side? No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That shows the level of consciousness, the level of awareness, the heightened perception that you have to see that nothing is black and white. Nothing is black and white. Literally, like black is not even black, man. Like black is made up of tons of different colors. So like, can you really say that black is black? If it's made up, you see what I mean? Like there's so many, there's always an in-between, and you are allowed to walk in between and to see all sides of every argument, every issue, every whatever it is, because it's showing that you are a higher dimensional being. You're vibrating at a higher frequency, and so your consciousness is higher, okay? Not everyone gets that, man. Not everyone gets to that point. It really does go to show the level of work you have been doing on yourself. And I am acknowledging that within you, even if you haven't, you know, gotten the download yet for that, or you kind of have been working on it. I acknowledge you. I see you, okay? Is there anything else, Spirit, you need to say beginning of this week here for my YouTube babies? Oh yeah, thought reverse. You really are. You're really being called to let go of the old ways of thinking, the old programs. And this can range anything from like, I'm so dumb, I'm stupid, like I'm behind on these things because I'm not married at this age, or I don't have a successful career at this age, whatever it is. This is, I'm hearing, literally I'm seeing like a bowl, and there's all of these different things in the bowl, okay? Like it's all mixed up in the bowl. But none of these things belong to you. And you're going to be seeing beginning of this week, these things don't belong with you, and you're going to be given a choice. Are you going to keep the things around that aren't yours to begin with, which are hindering your blessings from coming in and hindering you from getting into alignment with yourself and living your best life? Are you going to continue to subscribe to those things, or are you going to be like, thank you next, you know, like that song, thank you next, right? Like that's what I'm hearing in my head, okay? And this may be some work for you guys, okay? You're going to be deep in the feels for this. Some of these things are old things that have been rooted in you for a very long time. You picked up from your parents, your grandparents, being at school, just society in general, okay? You're really going to be seeing these things and realizing, I'm almost seeing like an emotional, once again, that image and the message here of the emotional release of realizing how much BS you have been carrying that was never yours to begin with, okay? But also, I am hearing as well, don't beat yourself up if you realize you've been carrying a lot of crap that never was yours. The reason you've been carrying this, and this is a message from Spirit, the reason you've been carrying these things that are not yours is to help you see all sides to everything, right? Because when you can fully empathize with someone else and what they're going through, it doesn't mean that what am I hearing? Just because you can empathize with all beings, all walks of life, this is something about a lesson of like, you're learning how to transmute. This is like light worker initiation, shadow worker initiation, seeing and learning what is yours, so you can create a barrier between what is yours and what is not. It allows you to keep your heart open. And because you have been through your own experiences, okay, and you've been able to make these connections of like when you go from being in suffering to being in thriving, right? Some people may assume, oh, it's because you're privileged. You know, you're privileged. That's why you're thriving. That's why you're not struggling. That's not true. You had to go through your own thing, right? Like, you're able to hold space for everyone because you've learned how to hold space for yourself, and you have learned how to clear out what doesn't belong to you, right? So you can be a way shower, a leader, is what I'm hearing. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you need to say for the kind of beginning of this week? My YouTube darlings here. Oh, wow. Okay, 10 of air. Yeah, really working on loving yourself at the beginning of this week. Once again, all the kind of this heavier stuff that's going to be coming up, you're really going to be tested at this time. Remember, this is all part of the process. There's no need to get down on yourself. There's no need to beat yourself up. There's no need to call yourself stupid or, you know, whatever. Like, this is part of the learning curve. We all at some point carry energy and thoughts and programs and things that never were ours to carry. They never were ours to carry. And so once again, you can have emotions that come up ranging from sadness to anxiety to even anger, like realizing, really, like, you know, I was raised hearing this all the time and now I'm angry because I see it was never mine. Whatever you're feeling, just hold that space from love. Okay, try not to point the finger at others around you, especially parents, grandparents, stuff like that, right? This is all connected to your growth. It's all connected to your growth. It's all connected to your journey to help you become a conscious, awakened being on this planet. Yes. Oh, wow. The union card. Yes. Okay, this is bringing you deeper into union. Sorry, my nose is itchy. With yourself. Okay, and if you are a twin flame, the twin flame read will be posted tomorrow on Monday. Okay. But this, I kind of feel like this is hitting, even for those of you that are not on the twin flame journey, you really are working at coming into alignment with yourself fully. Okay, so twin flame or not twin flame, this card still applies to both groups here. You are further aligning to yourself, learning how to create your reality from a place of love, becoming the conscious creator. And I'm hearing like stepping into your authentic signature. This is about you coming into your authentic signature, who you really are. When you clear away what never was you and what was never yours to truly carry, right? You discover who you are. And it is, for me, when I went through this process, guys, it was like opening a treasure chest, but this was a treasure chest that I had carried through all of my lifetimes. And so the more that I dug through the treasure chest, I was like, oh, I remember this. You know, I'm very, obviously I'm a psychic medium. I'm a conscious light worker. So for me, as I was like digging through this treasure chest of all of my lifetimes, I was getting downloads and activations of like, oh my gosh, this is part of me and this is part of me. And oh, I remember this and oh, I remember this. It really felt like coming home to myself. And that's what union is. It's about coming home to yourself, your authentic signature, your soul song, right? That's how I like to describe it. Your soul song. It's who you really are. And when you are in full alignment with your soul song, the people who are meant to be in your life, they're going to be there. And the people who aren't, you know, they're going to go do their own thing and find other people that resonate with them, right? But it's about you coming home to yourself and really loving yourself, realizing who you are and admitting who you are. And that includes all aspects of yourself, not just the fluffy light stuff, okay? That's why I mentioned earlier the light worker activations, the shadow worker activations. Before you become a conscious light worker, you start off as a shadow worker. And what that means is that you are learning how to love all aspects of yourself that reside within the darkness, within your shadow. That doesn't mean evil, okay? Your shadow can range anywhere from dealing with trauma, you know, things you buried from trauma, or even things that like people around you tried to condition you to hate about yourself. For me, that was, you know, I've always been into the occult and witchcraft and horror and things of that nature, always, since I was little. Always. It was always my thing. I was an X-Files child. you guys, like totally, like you know, kids shouldn't be watching X-Files, and I totally get that, right? But like, that's my generation. I grew up on the X-Files and I ate it up, right? And then as I got older, people were like, that's weird. You shouldn't be interested in that stuff. Like, you should be into flowers and baking, and which there's nothing wrong with being into, I like those things too, right? But it was all about people trying to make me hate or disown the darkness within me because it made them uncomfortable. It made them uncomfortable. And that's what I'm hearing Spirit wants to emphasize. Your shadow is not just about the pain that you have carried and you've buried within you. It's about the aspects of you that people tried to make you ashamed of. Those darker aspects, your sexuality, things you're into sexually, like taboo things, you know, certain lifestyles and all that, right? You know, as I said, things that are considered more like taboo, that aren't the norm. I don't even know what the norm is. Like, I don't even know how to define that, because what is normal? Like, what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly, right? That saying, what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly, right? You're stepping into your alignment, your union, and that's about embracing the darkness within you. You are allowed to be a woman who likes horror movies, or you're allowed to be a man who likes baking, right? Like, there's all these gender stereotypes of, oh, men do this and women do this and blah, 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 blah. It's so out of alignment. It's so out of alignment. That's why you see people walking around hating themselves, because they're not in union with themselves, because the world has convinced them you're not allowed to like this. That makes you bad. That makes you not manly or not womanly or whatever is going on, right? So this beginning of this week, there may be some heaviness going on for you. You're going to be purging these old thoughts, these old programs, and really seeing where they come from. But this is bringing you into alignment with yourself, into union with yourself. And for my twin flames out there, this is further aligning you on your union journey with your twin flame. So with that said, I hope that this read resonates with you. I know that was pretty intense. I wasn't expecting the cards to get that intense, but I literally just, like, before I started filming, I was like, okay, Spirit, just like whatever you need to say, put it out there. And I know that the people who see this, it is meant for them and it's going to help them on this journey. So I hope it resonates. If you feel called to book a personal reading with me, you really want to get into the nitty gritty of what's going on with you, what do you need to do for your journey, and you want to know what the cards have to say, what Spirit has to say for you personally, hop on over to my website and shoot me an email. And once again, as always, if you enjoy my work, you want to continue to support my work, and you want to get more exclusive reads, videos, all of that, hop on over to my Patreon website, and my Patreon will be linked in the description down below. So with that said, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Twin Flame read will be posted tomorrow on Monday. So if you are a Twin Flame, make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss the post. And like always, take care of yourselves. I'm super proud of all of you. No matter what phase of your journey you are on, you're doing fantastic. I see you and I truly do love you. So I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will talk to you guys later.